to manage your purchases, you'll need to click on purchases. Okay, once you're on the purchases window, you'll see here there's a request for quotations, there's purchase orders, there's vendors, which is your suppliers, and then there is purchasable products. Then when you look at control, you've got incoming products, so that it shows us what products are coming into stock. You've got your vendor bills, whatever purchase order has been processed. So today what we're going to look at is basically capturing a supplier invoice. So we'll go to purchase orders. From purchase orders, I'll click on create. So the first thing is I have to select a vendor or create a new vendor. So if I don't have that vendor on the list, so let's say I'm buying this from a supplier named Sparks. So I don't have them here, so I can click on create and edit. And then I'll say this is a company. If I've got their VAT number, I'll put it in there. If I've got their address, I'll put it in here in 12 Balfour Road, and then the street to, you'll say maybe Vincent, Tata, and then I'll say Eastern Cape. Then if I know what their website is, I'll put it in here. And then their VAT number will go on here, their phone numbers, etc. will go on there respectively. So what I'll do, if I go to accounting, you'll see on accounting here, there is a vendor payment terms. So I have to select here to say, okay, this guys here, I pay when I get the stock. So it's a COD account, which is immediate payment. But if it was a 30-day account, I'll put it on a 30 net or 15 days net. So I'll say immediate payment, and then I'll save. So I've got my vendor here. The vendor reference will be the invoice number, which is 12345678990. So I've got the vendor reference. The next thing, I need to select the date that we place this order. So if we place the order on the 10th of May, I'll select the 10th. Okay, so I'm done with the date. Now I need to select all the products that I've ordered from this supplier. So we ordered low-cable fuel cap, and I ordered 10 of them. So I select quantity 10. Received quantity will be entered automatically. Billed quantity will be entered automatically. The unit of measure, I do not have to do anything here. I just leave it as it is because it is already set on that product when we created it. But the unit price, I need to put something on here. So I'm buying these at 45 rand 00, excluding VAT. So the total price is 517,450 is my untaxed amount. If there is more items, I'll just keep on adding, and then I'll say asset, one of them, and then I'm paying 15 rand for this item. I go to the next item, I keep on adding, so I can always check and search as well. So I need a ball joint, for example. I need this one here, and I bought 2 of them at 15 rand. Okay, so you see I've got my items. I can add as many items as I've got on the invoice. Even if it's 200 items, 700 items, it's up to me. I can add as much as we can, so we can go on there forever. Once I'm done with this order, I'll click on confirm order to confirm that I'm ready to purchase this, or I've already purchased it. Sometimes you might capture the purchase order after you've already received the invoice from your supplier, so that's totally fine as well. Next, you need to click on receive products. Okay, so I need to confirm that I'm receiving 10 units of the low-cable fuel cap, I'm receiving 1 battery acid, and I'm receiving 2 ball joints. So what I'll need to do is validate that. Okay. So I've confirmed that I've received this stock. By applying, I've put this into stock. So I've added 10 units, 1 of those, and 2 of those into stock. Now I need to capture the invoice, because we've done only half the job here. So we also need to set the accounting side as well to say, okay, we did receive the invoice, we've paid for that, so that the accountant also knows what we paid for. Okay, so now I'll go back to this purchase order by clicking on that PO00, that number there. Or even if I go to purchase orders, it will list all my purchase orders, and then you see the status here is purchase order. Billing status, waiting bills, so we haven't captured an invoice for it. So I have to click on it again, and then I'll click on vendor bills. All I have to do is create. Everything that we had from that purchase order will automatically go on here. And then I can also use the same invoice number that I used before. So that's my vendor reference. I have to make sure of the date because it was the 10th. So I'll just click on the 10th here. Purchase order, I don't have to do anything because I've imported everything here automatically. Now, what I need to do here is validate. After validation, basically, we've captured this invoice, but it will stay open. You'll see here it says amount due, so it's still showing that I owe these guys money. But let's say I've paid cash when I received the items. So what I'll need to do is tell the system that, because my system does not know that I paid cash for it. So I have to tell the system that I paid cash for it, and I pay that cash on the 10th, the same day I collected. So I'll say validate. For a case where you have not paid for the invoice or you've got a 30-day account, you can just ignore the register payment. And then you can always go back again and do the payment at a later stage. Okay, so now let's do another invoice for Sparks, but this time let's not register a payment. Let's keep it open. So go to purchases again. I'll go to purchase orders. See, that one that we did is still there. It will never go away. Now I'm doing another one. I say Sparks. I've got them now, so it's easier. Their invoice number now is going backwards. And then this time I just bought a fuel pump for a VW Golf. And I bought 2 of them. And I paid 450 Rand excluding VAT for each. The date was on the 12th. Okay, so 1035 Rand for 2 of these, including VAT. And then same story, we confirm the order. So nothing changes here. We still confirm the order. We are still receiving the products. And we are still validating the products. When I'm done validating, I click on the PO number. Then it takes me back to the PO. I click on vendor bills. I click on create. Okay. Now, the important part, so let's say here, I'll say it was on the 12th. But now, I've made an arrangement that this invoice will only be due on the 19th. So I'll click the due date, 19th. Same story. We're putting in. Now, what we'll do is I'll validate. So you'll notice that I'm not going to register payment, so I can just go out and maybe go to accounting, for example. You see, when I'm on accounting, there is 5 payments to do here. So if I click on 5 payments to do, it will show me all my invoices. So we've got Sparks here. You see, my Sparks, we still have not paid. 1035 Rand is due. And then let's say I've made a payment of 300 Rand towards that account. So I register, I did an EFT. Instead of 1035, I paid 300 Rand. And I did that payment on the 15th. So if I go back to the vendor bill, you see 1035 is the total. Still due to pay is 735 Rand. So if I click on it again, I can always register another payment that I've done. So I can keep this going and going for a long time. So that is basically what we need to know in terms of capturing invoices. And you'll notice that everything that we've captured will go into stock, into your products. So if I go to products and then I go to, it was let's go for that pump. Search for product. Now we need to find which one it was. Okay, so this is the pump here. But now let's put it as a stockable product so that we can count stock on it. Okay, it says on hand I've got 4, and I've got 1 purchase I've made through it. And if I go here, you can see I've purchased at 450 last time, etc. So if I go on hand, I've got my 4 units, of which the 2 came from here. So that is done for now.